Well, hey, good morning. Welcome back to my little gardening show. I wanted to give you an update on the worm bin. About 3 weeks ago, it's maybe going on, it's about 3 weeks ago, we got our worms in the mail and got them situated in the bin. Last time we made a couple of mistakes as far as the bin was too wet and some of the things that were put in the bin towards the end that the worms didn't like. Basically the temperature and the pH, one of those two just, they didn't like that, and we ended up killing, the worms ended up dying. So anyway, this year we're going to keep it down in the basement where it's cooler, where it's more in the lower end of this range. And we're going to use leaf mulch or chopped up leaves as the bedding. And really that's ideal. I mean, they love leaves, and I haven't really had to feed them that much. We put a pile of food over in the corner here. But this, the bedding itself is a food source, because this is what they would eat. Typically, if they were in the ground, I remember the garden back at our other house, we put a thick layer of leaf mulch every year, and they just loved that. They'd come up from their burrows and grab little snips of the leaf mulch and bring it back down, and or if it was thick enough, they'd be channeling through the leaf mulch, especially on the wetter days. And so that's kind of what we're trying to mimic here. Try not to disturb them too much, but I mean, there's quite a few worms, and they're all over. Pretty well enjoying things. This is where we put the food. And they've pretty well broken that down. There's not a whole lot of that left. So far we don't have any of the bad bugs or other inhabitants show up yet, as far as like potworms or these little spider mites or flies, things of that nature. I'm hoping that by keeping it down here where it's a little cooler and just kind of watching the moisture content of the bin, that we won't have any of those problems this go around. And I do miss the bin. I add some water, about a cup of water every couple days, just to keep things nice and moist for them. Help speed up the breakdown of the material. In about a month we should have, there's already castings probably to harvest down below, as I just keep adding leaf mulch to the bin as it settles, as they channel through, eat things down, whatnot. I add another layer. I've done that once. I did that about 2.5 weeks in. But once it's about 3/4 full, that's when I would add another tray. I'd stop putting anything in this tray, add another tray with fresh bedding, and the worms would eventually, once they're done working through here, or they outgrow this space by reproducing, they'll migrate up to the upper chamber of the bin, and then we could pull that off and then pull out this tray, or I could leave it and go 3 trays high, and then once the 3rd tray is going, come back and harvest the one down below. So it's going to be interesting. Definitely going to be a learning process. We don't have any kind of worm tea yet because you can't really see that because of how the lights are shining. But there's a little spigot here and a container here to catch them. We're not going to have any of that yet because there was a layer of newspaper put down on the front, the bottom tray here to start. But then once that completely breaks down, or in subsequent trays when we're no longer putting that, there will be drippings that come down. Let's see, other things to note. We got the pumice stone that we put a little bit in initially, but there's enough coarse material in this bin that it's not going to compact. We did put some mineral rock dust in just to provide a grit source for them. But other than that, it's pretty low maintenance. I'll probably, once that food source is completely broken down, I'll keep checking it. I will put another pile of food probably in another corner of this bin. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.